Hello, welcome to the 340 video about exporting files from Altium and then a few design tips. Stick around. So once you have your PCB layout mostly done and you want to export it, what you'll do is you'll click File in the top left. You'll go down to Fabrication Outputs, and then the shop likes to use Gerber X2 files. That will come up with this screen, and it will show all the layers. And then make sure you have some kind of drill layer, then you just hit Apply. And then you see it runs all the tests, and it creates the CAM file that you need for your thing. These CAM files can be found in the computer, specifically Windows, by going to Windows, Users, Public, selecting Public Documents, Altium, and then you'll find your video, project outputs. You'll find all your CAM files. Normally, these are turned into the shop here at BYU in a compressed file. And I'm sure for class, you'll probably compress all of them into one file to turn in as well. Okay, so now to go over a few design tips and things to know. When there's a panel over here that is PCB rules and violations. You can change it, set which rules you want to be looking at once. And then click design or tools, design rule check, as discussed in the last video. And it will come up with this page that will show different errors. So a clearance constraint will be like a wire is too close to another wire. Short circuit would be that you accidentally short-circuited something. Unrouted means that it's not connected. The one that I want to talk about right now is minimum angular ring. So that can be seen right here, but also on all of these where it shows the 10, less than 10 millimeters sign. So this is important if you want to be able to solder easier. So if you have no filter selected, you can double click on the component on the pad, and it'll bring up the properties tab like this. And you'll see that the hole size is 29 and the shape size is 50, more or less, or 30 to 50, which is almost enough. So let's try changing this to 50. And when we rerun the design rule check, it goes away. So you can go through and you can fix all the pads or go back to your schematic and find a resistor that has a bigger pad size. That's, if you remember, the resistors with the arrow, you can select through hole. I think this is the one we did last time, so you can just select another one and see if it has a bigger pad size. Other design tips I have, if you are going to be moving shapes around a lot, moving things around, I would suggest deleting the polygon to see all of your traces. Avoiding right angles is preferred. And then trying to push all your components together will make your board smaller and easier to use. So I'm going to push all these components closer together and rerun the auto router and show you what it can look like. So first, I want to delete all the tracks. Do that, Control A, delete. Then now I'm going to move everything. Okay, so you can see that the square area is 2.5 inches right now. If I hit board shift now, and when I look at it, I'm down to 1.6, 1.7. So that's just a little bit of drilling. And then from here, you would do click 2 again, go back to here, report your ground polygon. Sure it's selected the right net. As you see, the auto router sometimes doesn't do everything that you want it to. Then we'll leave the board. If you managed to keep track of everything I did, I tried to auto route and it didn't work at first, so I had to move a few components around, and then I re-auto routed it so that it would work nicely. Other tricks that I've learned is if you click on a trace and then you shift click, it will show you the whole trace so you can follow a path along. This will be helpful when you're later trying to debug your circuit, because you can see where your traces lead to, or if you just hold shift. The filter tool is very useful to use components, or if you just wanted to select the polygon or not click the polygon, you can unselect it, and now you won't select the polygon, but you can move everything else. Control Z works just the same. Scrolling works. Then a cool view is if you hit 3, you'll see the 3D image of what you're doing. You can look around that. 2 will bring you back. If you want to put pads or vias, there's this button right here that allows you to do via pad. You just select whichever one you want. If you hit tab while moving one of these objects, it'll let you select what you want to do. So like say you wanted this to be a ground via. You can say that you want to go through, you can set the size and everything you need to for that. And I would suggest building test points into your board. To do things. And that will be all the tips and tricks I have for you today. Good luck making your board.